if you're a bit behind in the lanes, what's your real playmaker? It's basically just Fada. You're going to have to look for some very early levels on YapzOr so that he has the damage to actually get some kills. Those kind of questions, you know, they have to actually answer those to not get run over by newbies. So we'll see if Secret are going to be up to the task this time.
Well, you know, one thing that I'm kind of feeling about this game at the very least is oftentimes it comes down in the games that Newbee wins to KP. And he's playing on this Enigma. If there's one hero that can sort of make the impact felt, I think it's him. And I do have some faith in his ability to sort of carry them through this, through some good black holes. It's a little bit scary because he's likely to be going for that Helm of the Dominator, which means less likely to get the chances for the big, you know, blink black hole plays. But we'll see how it works for them as early smoke movement out. Faith looking for a straggler.
Yeah, big wraparound play here all the way back.
This is really scary, and, well, the wraparound is there. They're going to go over the trees, spot out everybody. They immediately drop down the brambles as well, but first blood, Faith is done.
That was a great maze.
Oogie needing to escape from here as well. He's just going to try. Oh, he jumped into the trees. Okay, he's fine.
That's still a lot of your leaps, though. 2 of them down already, and he's got to burn like 2 or 3 more tangos.
Yeah, that hurts. So the long walk back, and it looks like Secret are going to secure all 4 bounty runes. That's not the way
they can't contest
them
them at this point. Between the lane swapping and everything. So first blood Secret and 4 I mean...
Oh, okay, they're not going to get 4.
Mid one's not even a go, and Cox going to be like, oh, thank goodness. Oh, shout out there to Mr. JJ.
Hey.
Pete Mookel. Casting away for us here.
He's not casting.
Yeah, he is in our hearts.
That's true.
I've heard him down there. He yells about us. That's kind of casting.
That counts. That for sure counts. No, he's shaking his head. Well, 1-0 start. A glyph there. Trying to secure the last hit on the range creep. Oh, mid one. Always was going to get that one. So take a look at the 3 lanes and how they work out. KP up there in the top safe lane, trying to square off against Ace, who has been left alone through the early levels.
Yeah, you can see Fada going on Faith, though. They're trying to bully Fada as much as possible. He's got no armor, and so you want to be using this Wave of Terror once he gets to level 2, and for now just the Magic Missile with the threat of Arrow once the Mirana's going to be level 2. It's going to be a lot of damage, and we've talked about Dark Will in the past. Very long cooldowns. 34 seconds on that Bramble Maze.
And even the early levels of the Shadow Realm, 30 seconds apiece as well. And you've got a decent animation, not a ton of damage, but still a little bit annoying to deal with, like a little mosquito poking you in the eye. That's what mosquitoes do.
I think so. They have to keep trading this. Every time there's like a stun where there's a possible initiation, Fada's being forced to avalanche in non-ideal situations when they can't go for a kill. And these cooldowns are just going to be back for Faith. He is out of mana at the very least, though. No real way to gain any more.
Top lane. Throw out the dagger as well as Ace just trying to make a life for himself down here. Only 3 last hits so far while they're trying to get the side pull going, and this is going to help him out a little bit on that Spectre, although you are still going to get continual denies coming from KP. Puppy, slowed. Arctic Burn up to the high ground, trying to get the extra little bits of slow as, well, they give up chase.
We're expecting KB to get a lot of denies in this lane. That would be your goal as the Enigma. Yeah. Try and harass the Spectre as much as possible, sure, but deny, deny, deny. They don't have a good way of dealing with these Eidolons at all. I think that's one reason why they went back for this pick too. Because, yeah, sure, you can counter my black hole in the lane, but you can just see deny 9 and 7 now already. Eidolons forcing back the Spectre. KB doing very well here.
And in the mid lane, it's mid 1 with 14 and 4. And I mean, you can sort of harass-ish with Grave Chill. Really what it is it just messes up your timing on the last hit. So if you're used to that, you're perfectly fine there.
Ace is just chasing these islands on the tower. He's found a pretty good solution. He just daggers them and just runs at them. KB tried to body block him away, but he will kill all 3 Eidolons. So
okay.
Nicely done from Ace.
Yeah, that's how you like to see it. And Puppy, after picking up that Arcane Rune, can kind of just spam out the Brain Saps, and it's really hard to trade hits with that guy. So far, Secret, 1,000 gold lead. Some of that off the back of the bounty rune, some of that off the back of good laning.
Yep. And they haven't really gotten a lot of threat down here on this Tiny. I think just because Faith was so low on mana. Now the Bramble. Good combo with the Avalanche.
Oh, but the stun comes out.
There's no turn potential with the wave being there, though. They picked the perfect time to go from Secret.
Yeah. That's really nice. Well, mid lane, they're sort of set up a little bit with Kaka in the area, but he's standing right on top of a ward. So this is never really going to turn into anything real, I don't think. This mid one is just hanging out on his cliff here. Perfectly fine for the moment, since this wave should be pushing into his tower. And he'll eat a couple Arctic burns for his trouble. Or he won't. I guess since he doesn't have any regen coming out to him, it's better just to sort of stay back and miss a couple CS. Bottom.
Still just our first kill. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, you think, like, why does that work? Dark Willow Hero. Why? Where does it go?
You'd like to see?
Yeah, I would love to see the Dark Willow. Just going on down.
Okay.
Very frustrating. Hard to deal with. But, you know, you got the faster cooldown on the Eventual Spirit, so you can try again in between. It's just you don't have that much mana to work with.
Yeah. Chains after the Grave Chill, and SCCC way overextended now. Does have the Fairy Fire, but mid one just runs him down. And
yep, very nice play. So what happens there is that the support comes mid, try and help out. They don't end up getting anything on the mid one, and then the support leaves, and you're at an XP disadvantage, abused by the Ember, and now you're going to be even further behind.
The plus side is that Ember did have to TP back to base.
Yes.
And so he's going to have to take the long walk after the fact, as SC is going to get a nice couple waves to himself here. I feel like that's some of the times where we've seen a couple other mid players choose to just deny themselves to the tower. But
yeah, he was way too high HP, though, I think.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
would have been too risky.
Well, Faith, in the meantime, going to go looking for this arrow. They jump forward for more. Can they kill him off in time? Yes, indeed. Kaka cleans it up, but they also take down Faith. And Yapsor trying to run away with the Cursed Crown down. Mugi is just going to take a stun and then walk away.
Yeah, Stomp helped secure that one for them, I think.
Yeah. But Yapsor is pretty low, has 6 charges. And with the bottle coming in from Fata, he'll be comfortable throwing out some more of those spells in just a little bit here. Taking 2 points in the Bramble Maze.
Yeah. Not the biggest fan of that build. I feel like you don't get a lot of value at the second point. It's only 3 seconds shorter on the cooldown. It's only 40 more damage. As opposed to Shadow Realm, that survivability aspect in that lane.
Look at this. They just chase forward. Kaka overextends again with mid one getting level 6 and
Yeah,
already setting up for a signature performance on this hero.
They got Ember problems. Let's see. What do we got? Bottle there. Oh, help me out. Oh, and they get the rune. That is so helpful.
That's really, really nice. Mid one back up to full, and yeah, a DD bottled for Fata. This is going to dominate the lane. This is going to dominate everything. Faith shows up here. There's going to be a stun. The arrow dodged away. He's got a tree in his DD, and there's going to be the avalanche. The punch is coming through. Look at the damage. Happens very quickly.
Yeah, we'll just sneak his way back through the brambles.
One thing we do need to be careful about in the mid lane, SCCC with these birds, it's a different hero, and brings mid one down about half HP through that Flame Guard, because it's just physical.
I think they're in a bit of trouble here. This Spectre's just getting free farm. Like, Ace is playing the lane very well, just walking on it and getting all these Eidolons. Bane has just been here the whole time from Puppey, ensuring that there's no problems. Lots of vision around the area to see if the supports rotate back through. And all KP can really do is keep buying raindrops to deal with the dagger and farm under his tower.
Yeah, it's always really scary when you see that Spectre is the top CS hero. Mid one does have chains. He's going to wait until after the birds come back up. As bottom, not really a whole lot happening there, but he might be able to clean these ones up here. He's getting pretty low, though. Mid one maybe overextending and just gets solo killed by SCCC.
Need some tips on that one. That was whoopsie. A couple of mistakes being made on that one, but it's alright though, because Ace is still just killing every Eidolon under the tower. 39 and 13, top of the last hits. And won't be top of the net worth now with all these kill trades in the mid lane though.
He does need to be a little bit careful, as there are going to be a couple of... He's about to get level 6 on KP. They need to be careful. He gets it right now. The Soul Ring afterwards, not going to go for the black hole, as Puppey was...
Yeah, it doesn't have enough mana, even with it. Bit too pricey.
Could have been nifty. Mid one, back towards the lane with the Visage, and he's going to pick up an Invis Rune now. Yeah, it's so crazy how weird it is, because you need to be able to break through the Gravekeeper's Cloak aura on Visage to take it off of the birds. And if you don't do that, then they sort of maintain their same amount of stacks. And when that happens, you can't kill them off quick enough.
And the birds are smoked up now, moving on through here.
Looking for their opening onto Fata. And with no armor, with no ulti, he is found, and he is dead.
Good micro there from SCCC. Tanks the tower for a bit with the bird, then gets the stun down. Bird regens, then the wave pushes through. And this tower should be theirs.
Really well played. I feel like I was not anticipating the Visage from SCCC.
Now, they still have TPs here for the Mirana and the Visage. They could think about going top. Now, Visage rotation, not the best, because he's not going to have the birds, unless he wants to summon them.
Yeah, he has no points in Soul Assumption right now either, so can't even really provide that team fight you normally like to see. KP just dancing away from him.
It's been all about the taunts today.
Yeah, he's having a good time. 6-3 so far. Secret still feeling, I think, pretty good with that Spectre. Having a pretty decent time for herself.
And they're not stopping this push down here.
They're continuing to go, but also top lane. KP is found by mid one. Just drops the black hole. He's going to try and burn through him, if at all possible, with all the Eidolons, but it's not happening. And mid one just going to clean him up there. Bottom lane, though, the battle is going to continue forward. Moonlight Shadow to run away. And even though Faith is going to be stunned, Fata can't get eyes on him. The turnaround, they found Spectre. This is a big kill if they can find it. Now Puppey as well. They're chasing forward for this one. Arctic burned down. They do continue the slow as Fata also trying to run away.
Another
he goes
one?
into the trees. I don't know if that was the play. He might not have lived anyways, though, and the Cursed Crown will stun a couple, but this is going to be a tier 2 tower at 10 minutes.
Wow, things were looking so good for Secret, but suddenly it just crumbles.
Yeah.
Mid one was able to grab some banding runes up top, so at least there's that going for him. But KP dropping the black hole, I think he knows that it's very difficult to use it, and surely he knew he was going to die because he can't get through that flame guard.
But it means that Ember can't really show up to the fight because he's
Yeah,
down
he
to like
delayed
half
it.
HP.
Yeah, and so he did show up. He didn't have that much of an impact.
So, tier 2 tower taken bottom, and that leaves Newbee into 1,000 gold lead. A pretty big swing. That also means that KP should be able to get into his helm pretty soon. Actually, looks like he's going to be going for the mechanism. Changes his mind. And now the pressure mounts towards mid. A stun going to miss there as mid one able to dodge it with the sleight of fist, but Uppy now also in some trouble. Brain Sap trying to stay alive, but these birds just do so much damage, and they do end up losing one of them. There's going to be the Bedlam as they chase down Moogie. With the Cursed Crown, it hits on a 3. Kind of doesn't matter for the moment because the Arctic Burn is going out as well.
There's no follow-up, though. Like, they could have at least positioned post-Winter's Curse, and that was taken away from them.
Yeah. A little bit of a misplay there by Moogie. Top lane, Spectre doing what she does best, just farming neutrals. Gonna go for the Blade Mail first.
Okay. I think definitely going to have to fight in this one. Because, you know, Newbee are going to be bringing the pain. The other way to play it is just rely on the rest of your team and try and get in towards that earlier Radiance, but I think he'll probably just go Blade Mail Radiance. I don't think he'll go Manta this game, but we'll see.
Ace in a little bit of trouble now as well as they are chasing him down, and this is not where you want to be if you're a Spectre. In the grave yet again, Ember shows up, goes for the forward play with the Remnant. Moogie down to very low HP, but will die. And the rest of Newbee are just going to back out. Secret fighting back.
Yeah, they're forced to drop a sentry, though, in case they were chasing after. Now KP, he wanders a bit too close. Easy Fiend's Grip.
Just gets grip. Buys out his buckler beforehand, but will lose a little bit of gold towards that recipe. As they go towards mid lane now, Fata's going to try and stay tall, but does need to be careful.
Looking for the swap here, but he's a bit too far gone.
Yeah. And with Helm of the Dominator and the Medallion, this should be a free tier 1, in spite of the lack of creeps. Although, Puppey shows up, Nightmare. The birds looking, not finding. Avalanche caught themselves onto Faith. There's going to be the Bedlam chase as well. And they haunt into this also, trying to take him down, but there's going to be the Winter's Curse to turn it around, keep SCCC alive. They managed to find the stun after the fact. They toss it for the black hole to find the turnaround. They threw Dark Willer to her death. Oh, they make it work, and somehow Visage is livid.
Just able to TP back home. Killing spree stolen off of Yapsaur. So some more gold going SCCC's way. Looking for a draft where they're going to play around him. Well, keeping him alive, getting him all this gold. It's starting to look pretty good. And now an aura item in the pipe coming out for him. So it's going to be pipe and mech pushing forward into the territory of Team Secret. And Ace still struggling to get that first real item.
It's kind of interesting because Ace is the one that's going for the fighting items. You look at what Ember has queued up. He's looking at a Battle Fury.
That might be the way this winds up then. It is a little bit better for dealing with the birds too.
All the summons that are going to be coming his way, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of value in the cleave this game. Okay, so Ace is going to be almost like the distraction then. And mid one will be the true hard carry.
Yeah.
Just using the Haunt for the vision in these fights. Using the Blade Mail to reflect some of this damage back. And toss in deep here.
Find themselves Puppey as well, though. Is SC going to try and chase him down? Faith down low. Mid one, diving in for this one. They have the Terrorize to follow it up. Visage going to be completely isolated, and they will take him down.
They already bought back on the Vengeful Spirit, but there is no buyback for SCCC, so...
the birds are chasing mid one. I don't think they're going to be able to follow him, though.
Oh, KP's going to... Bane? Hello? Puppey's crazy. He's hunting him.
He's on nothing. How's he on no HP? The Brain Sap, that works. Puppey's just going to get away with it.
Okay, a bit wild there.
They do eventually take down the Tier 1 tower in the mid lane. And that buyback from Faith, I guess they just wants to stay on map and have that Wave of Terror and swap available, make sure that they can keep up this aggression. It feels like they're kind of wanting to play at that fast pace.
Well, Bounty Runes come up, and they're in great positioning here from the side of Newbee. They get both in the bottom lane, and they'll get one in the top. Help give themselves a bit of an edge in the net worth here. As KP, he's got his mech, and I'm curious to see what he's going to queue up next if he thinks he can get away with the Blink Dagger. Thinking he won't be able to.
Again, the tower starting to fall with these birds and the punches that it takes.
Satyr just tanks it all. Eidolon's come through, and you can see why he wants that Battle Fury.
Yeah.
It'd just be so much. Oh, the arrow in the back line almost hits.
Looking for that opening.
And denied there from Ember.
That's
very
pretty
nice.
nuts.
Not going to be punished.
Well, like you said, the mechanism is done for Enigma now. About to hit that level 10. And if they want to, I'm guessing you can think about going towards Roche. Do you need to find a pickoff first?
Yeah. They likely do. Either that or they just get ridiculous vision going down. Currently, there's no Blink Dagger on the Tiny, so if they can have the Haunt wasted, then that would be good enough for me as Newbee to go.
Yeah, just that vision you can get from it. I guess also, like, Dark Willow is kind of a monster to fight around that area.
KP gets the Arcane Rune.
This could be a good time. Drop the hole.
Oh, that Blink Dagger for Fada, yeah. Who does Fada want to hunt? How can he get himself in this game? The Winter Wyvern's pretty low. He has enough damage to kill her. Definitely is enough for the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah. They Nightmare the Bird, just going to chase for it. Yeah, I guess that in order of, like, target priority, do you feel like it's always the Visage? Are there any other heroes that you just need to sort of focus down?
I wouldn't mind them tossing the Visage and just trying to, like, separate the Visage from the allies in the best team, but there's the target you'd expect in the Vengeful Spirit, easily taken out with the Blink Dagger. That's the reveal. Arrow? Oh, that was so close with the slow from the Splinter Blast.
I mean, this is still going to cost them. And the Grave Chill, any remnant that he throws is going to be pretty slow from mid one, but they do not decide to go all out on that push, and instead thinking about going into Roche with Tiny dead for 20. Yapsaur pings it out, thinking that's where they're going, feeling like maybe we can still fight around this. It's only him and Puppey in the area.
No, I definitely cannot. Terrorize with the Bramble Maze will do a little bit of damage, but okay, Tiny's going to come back in. He's going to TP. He's going to blink. There is a chance here, actually. Oh, he's got 10 seconds left on TP, though.
There's the Terrorize.
Yeah, this doesn't look that scary.
I mean, Newbee can walk back into this one. As you said, it's still feeling a little bit tenuous.
They're also at high HP, though, just because of the mech aura and the active still ready to go, and all of these minions just tanking.
They throw out an arrow to try and scout for him. Mid one also farming up H as well as happening, and they can just sort of wait as it eventually goes down.
Yeah, they see a half HP Ember. They know they're not committing.
18 minutes in, Only 1,000 gold lead for Newbee, but they are in a position to try and push this down. And again,
look at this ward here too, scouting at both of these supports, and they just still push fearlessly into him.
they know that they're so strong. You gotta feel amazingly strong.
Radiant Vision also catching the fact that Kaka's hiding off to the side here. But difficult to punish without Terrorize, and he'll even let himself be shown. So this tower, not worth fighting for, I don't think, as the Radiant, unless you can see some really awkward plays. YapzOr maybe drawing them in here.
Looking for that opening. Fata has already
Still
TP'd
have
back.
Haunt.
They have it. Thinking about going. They jump for it. Toss in Moogie. He just ends up getting gripped. There's the swap away. Is that how they want to start the fight? They do find mid one. He's still being gripped on the other side, and Moogie is going to have the Aegis reclaimed.
He's not coming back with a Haunt. They're just going to be happy with that. Ace needs this farm. He's just staying down bottom.
He
saying,
has his
all right.
TP ready.
Yeah, he's like, we got the Aegis. Why do I don't need to come to this fight? They're not going to go high ground without it.
Wow, they're taking an avalanche damage, but they are still thinking about it. And Puppey going for the Nightmare is still going to take a heck of a lot. They toss in further. The Winter's Curse comes out, and it connects onto Spectre, who TP'd back in. The Black Hole follow-up. They got the cores. They're going to kill him off. Oh, no, but the Terrorize onto 3, as well as the Curse Crown. That saves the day from Secret getting knocked down. My God.
Newbee just doing a great job here in terms of utilizing these auras. I did not think that they would be that bold, but did you see where he went? He just flew right in there for that Winter's Curse. This guy's crazy. Kaka's like, I'm going to make this happen. We're going high ground, but I mean, this is the reason why you don't expect is that you really don't gain too much. Like, they don't kill the tower fast enough. They get a little bit of damage onto it, but it will cost them a little bit of their lead, it seems. Well, I think in the end they got the most kills because the Black Hole.
And the toss-back play, like, from there onto Moogie is just so sick, as they are going to lose faith. I mean, every time that you get that one, it's just like a free pickoff. I thought it was going to get a little bit scary when Ace didn't come back and then TP's in, and obviously the Black Hole follow-up, but YapzOr, what a guy.
Finding those pickoffs when he can.
Yeah.
So Ace is also going to be going for the Radiance because they're stalling out well enough, it seems, and Ember can certainly provide the space for that, I suppose. You know, we'll just trade. You go first, then it's my turn. So Battle Fury for you, and I'm going to go farm the safest spots on the map and try and get a Radiance. Radiance is great in this game. We already talked about all these summons, but plenty of physical damage because of the Venge Aura. You're reducing that. Swap Arrow. Perfectly timed there.
That was really pretty.
Yeah, Faith and Moogie just in sync.
They're going to drop down the Brambles, and they're going to run the summons through them so that way the creeps don't get hit. Cute little plays there from Newbee. Has another attempt now at maybe breaking high ground. I mean, this is Newbee just grouped together saying, come deal with what we're throwing at you.
Yeah, they really want to do this. Try and force the buyback. They know that he just bought this Battle Fury. They probably think he doesn't have it.
Now, and he is going to buy back now, and Fata jumped in for that one for the toss back. A good Terrorize combo together with it. They have the Fiend's Grip onto Mirana, and starting to tear through with this Bedlam. They're sharing the damage. The heal is there with the mech, the turn around, but the Winter's Curse, they've also got him under control. They don't have the Mirana for the arrow follow-up, but they are still going to try and drop birds on him, possibly. Mid one running, not able to quite get away. Is he going to get out of there? Just barely.
No mana left on the Visage for a last Soul Assumption, and this is a fight without the Black Hole. They had the Curse, but they have so many more tools that aren't going to be available for them.
Yeah, and they don't manage to take that tier 3 tower. Like, you'd love to be able to have access to those shrines and start pushing around, but no such luck. 5,000 gold lead, though, for Newbee off the back of the buyback.
Yeah, just kind of starved out there, spending a little bit too much time on the side of Secret's map there. Not enough mana regen to go around. No arcane boots or anything, so everyone just kind of pulls back, finds some shrines, and we'll have a replay of this little highlight. So you can see no Black Hole. Even like the swap wasn't available because they just used it for the kill. Bit tough there. So great Terrorize to split the fight from the beginning. Curse Crown too. That's been doing so much work in these engagements.
Yeah.
But you can see the Magic Burst was just a bit too much there on top of the Mirana. And Puppey, that was a nice play from the Mirana too, where like got stuck up on the high ground, used the Manta, stood still for a moment, trying to get Puppey to just randomly Fiend's Grip one, but Puppey doesn't fall for it. Then leaps down to the low ground, and through midair, Puppey gets the target on it, so he's able to Fiend's Grip her from the high ground, which is best case scenario for the Bane.
Yeah, really nice. And I think that it's also like, you talked about the Cursed Crown and how much they've been able to get. Part of it is just the way that Newbee are playing. Like, all grouped together means that you're naturally going to have only one escape mechanism, which is the same direction. And then, guess what? All of a sudden, you're all stunned together. And Spectre, as you predicted, going to be going back for the Radiance next. If Ace can get into this item and they're still holding on to about this situation in the game, I feel like Newbee are in a terrible position.
Yeah, they're already in a very rough spot. Like, Tiny, excellent split pusher, and we just saw how good Fata did in the previous game on the puck. Tiny can do the exact same stuff, virtually just as easily. Maybe a little bit riskier, but you also have higher potential for solo kills across the map, which that threat is created by split pushing like this. Yeah. And then on top of that, you have this Battle Fury Ember, and once the Radiance happens, then that's where it truly feels over. I mean, look at this. You've got 5 heroes doing the same thing top that Fata's doing bottom. Yeah, he's only getting a tier 1, but considering the position they're in, this feels very good for the side of Secret, in my opinion.
The big question is, how do they hold against the high ground pressure that's going to come from Newbee? And I think at this point, there's going to be a smoke up. Are they actually going to go back in? It's like, all right, are they going to go back, or are they going to try and wait for the next Roche? How do they play this? And
they got to be consistent. Secret, oh, they're looking for the swap here.
They're not going to be expecting this one. They don't quite manage to time it perfectly, but they're all on the high ground right now. And Secret not all into position to defend against this. They do have a haunt up if they want to go for it. Fata with the toss back again onto Mirana. There's going to be the jump back and able to get away. The root down, the terrorize as well. It's onto all of them. They're running away from them. But there's going to be the Winter's Curse to try and turn it and find themselves a kill onto Dark Willow. They also have the arrow follow-up. Managed to catch themselves yet again. And, well, meanwhile, the Cold Embrace keeping Moogie alive. KP drops down as well. He's very low. They need to get out of here, though, I think. Regen and start another assault in a second.
Ern's there. They're still chasing. They have the black hole, so it's very risky. Oh, they look so low in this route, though. YapzOr wants in.
Curse crowned. There's the toss. Abba from Fata. They kill him off. Can they kill off Fata in turn, though? And the Visage, they throw out one more soul assumption. Are going to get that kill, but it comes at the cost of the Visage.
Yeah, all these buybacks will mean that these gains that they're getting largely nullified. It's still about a 1,200 gold swing, and looking for one more here is mid one. He's got the mana for it now with the wand popped, and Kaka goes for a bold TP that will not work out for him.
Big moment.
Oh, big moment, because it's also bounty rune time. Puppey instantly TVs the bottom lane to grab these two as well, and that's going to just increase the lead that they've got. That solo kill was worth 541 gold on that Winter Wyvern. Welcome to comeback mechanics. I mean, he has 7k gold.
Yeah.
He's a pretty rich hero.
That's actually insane. And look at like how close mid one is now. He basically has a data list because of that. That's the most farmed hero in the game, killing the like position 4 support.
And he's gonna find another support. Won't be a solo kill this time though, as the allies are also nearby, and Faith now cleaned up.
The arrow connects onto mid one, but there's nothing they can do to try and stop this right now. At least there's nothing they can do to kill him right there. Wyvern actually picking up the Vanguard, going to go into the Crimson to try and deal with the damage that's coming from mid one.
Okay, trying to find some solution. I think we've seen the Meteor Hammer a few times too, where it's like able to follow the Winter's Curse, but I don't think it's a good choice in this game, just because there's so many stuns on the Radiant. It seems very unlikely that you'll be able to get it off. Everyone except Spectre can stop you somehow.
Yeah. Visage has finished off the Aghanim Scepter, although I believe he only has one bird right now. Some of the other ones were brought down, but 20 seconds he'll have the resummon. Fata pushing bottom, and as you identified earlier, the big problem with this draft for Secret, or rather for Newbee, is Fata pushing.
The rat. And almost won them game 1, Team Secret.
Yeah.
This time it's looking a lot more feasible, and especially with mid one on this Daedalus as well. Camp to camp, and the Relic nearly finished for Ace, and this kill threat, we talked about it being the Dark Willow and the Tiny. Well, Bane and Dark Willow can do the same thing. This could be an easy Fiend's Grip into the Bedlam. Go, little YapzOr!
Got him caught. Yeah, this hero, it's quite a thing, and KP just going to die to it. They do actually end up rotating then, finding themselves another couple of kills in turn. The Winter's Curse, and they'll take down the 2 supports.
Yeah. But in the state that you're in as Team Secret, this feels so fine. Oh my god, YapzOr, you're not actually going to survive this, are you? Okay, no, he's still dead. But guess what? Fata took your tower this whole time. And Spectre's farming, a Radiance, and Ember is farming like 4 neutral camps at this point. It's a problem.
Yeah. I think that particularly that mid one has been able to just sort of remain farming unimpeded, and on top of that you've got this sort of Radiant Spectre that's going to be on top of you in the next fight.
It might be too late. Oh, it's going to be so close.
This is big.
It's like 1,000 gold away. They got the Aegis and the cheese. Newbee. This kind of feels like that last hurrah.
Yeah.
Where we're still
moment.
stronger than you.
And they did take one of the tier 3 towers. I really hope that with this Aegis, Newbee identifies we need to try and push right now and possibly take a lane of barracks at the very least.
There's another big change here, too, with Faith having level 12 on the Vengeful Spirit. Like, that last fight would have gone so much better if she had level 12 then, because they could have gotten that swap on Yapsor. He was too close to the creep wave, would have been out, dead instantaneously, and he's a major part of their toolkit in defending the high ground.
Yeah. Well, Newbee are farming up this Ancients and SCCC. Oh, almost gets caught there by mid one. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of falling into a trap here where, all right, they're going to group up again on Newbee, try and get together. They have a Crimson Guard also. It's only a couple of 100 gold away from Ace getting his Radiance.
Yeah, and with the independence of the Spectre and the Ember Spirit, you're looking at that net worth and like, yeah, Newbee's still got a 1k lead. It's about a 6k experience lead for the Radiant right now.
Going to push in, it looks like through the top lane now.
So much 5-man Dota. Punishing their spells, their skills, talents not yet available.
This is a really cool move. They're not going to be anticipating this on Secret as they get ready to defend, although, as I say that, they're behind their tier force.
If they want to try this, and yeah, Secret, excellent defense here. And well, Fada, he's not.
Yeah.
He's like, nobody's home. Knock, knock. I got my big tree. Anyone want to answer me?
Look at top lane, though. They've taken down the first ranged barracks, and the bird's starting to fall down a little bit.
How do you get out of here, though, with the Ember Spirit? You're not going to be able to get back from this. He will stop your TPs.
This is almost feeling like it's an all-in type of play from Newbee.
Oh, Fada's come back. He's not going to finish off the tier 3. He wants to save his melee racks.
Melee racks going down. Birds still alive for the moment. They take down both of them. Newbee, are you going to look to try and fight this? Mid 1 hits the chains onto 2.
There's no creep wave. They got to get out.
Arrow connects now onto Bane.
There's nothing for you here, Newbee. Your creeps, they're way up there.
And this buys enough time for that Radiance to be done on Ace. He has it in his inventory. They're ready to fight if they want to. This next fight is going to be very tough for Newbee.
Another 2.5 minutes to try and make use of this Aegis, and I'm sure they can feel this game starting to slip away. Only the range tracks, once again, not that crucial. Shrines will be good once they can get those.
It almost feels like they're not worth it in a way just because of how important it is that they keep the momentum going with this draft. Like, it's...
There's no time. The BKB is coming from Mugi, and that's high ground right there. No one else really has a massive amount of gold. It's time.
Right now, Fata is sitting on 5,200 gold on this Tiny, trying to finish off
going
with
at
Shivas.
Shivas. That's a great build. It's like against a draft strat, same kind of item that you want to get. This 5-man Dota, look at the value and damage you're going to get out of that. It's absolutely absurd. All of that armor with the stats resistance, too, is just very hard
pushed
to deal
into
with.
The base and onto the melee. They are going to secure this one, which, again, evens things up a little bit. 2,000 gold lead. Okay, Winter's Curse down. Are they going to have a follow-up? They throw out the Terrorize, only connects onto the Venge. If they decide to go in, KP could be looking for an opening here. Isn't enough gold for the Blink Dagger, but it's not on him right now. The mech keeping alive Faith for the moment. The arrow is out.
This wave mid's so important for Newbee. Great play to get it there and finish off that Rax with all that pressure coming from Fada. Now they're looking to stop these TPs potentially because Fada wants a tier 3 of his own. Dire will be forced to fortify, and that's going to be the 32 minutes. Secret, I'll have to take note of that as they will now return, hoping to catch him.
So, I mean, all right, let's look at the more macro sense. Of course, as actually the tower is going to fall.
Oh, that's really bad.
Do you feel like, I mean, it's still going to be like the late game danger of a Spectre and an Ember. Do you feel like Newbee have done enough to buy themselves more time by taking that first lane of Rax?
Nope.
Okay.
I think they lost.
All right. Just wanted to double check.
They can still win, but I think it's really difficult. Like, this Aegis is gone. It's got 40 seconds left. They're never going to get back in a good spot for it. I think it was great that they managed to get that mid lane in and take a set of Rax with that Aegis, but I still think they're in a very difficult spot.
Jump forward. Avalanche toss. The Haunt is out as well. They're on top of a shrine. Can they live? Doesn't look like it with those heroes. That's Kaka and Faith already dead. They're going to buy back on the Vengeful Spirit. But
they could just sit and kill this if they wanted to, and I don't think there's much stopping them. they're going to play it safe and back away.
Secret, again, wanting to secure themselves a spot in the upper bracket. And all they need to do is hold out against the aggression from Newbee. 26-19, 33 minutes, 33 seconds. And Roche 3 minutes away. They're thinking about just going down a lane again. I mean, they got tenacity. Just run down mid.
Yeah, I don't know how many dimensions Enigma comes from, but this draft's pretty one-dimensional. So go flat, you know, go with the team. Try and take the throne. If it works again and they got another set of racks, that's a lot of pressure. Like, 1 rack, sure, you can handle it. You got Battle Fury, you got a Spectre. 2 racks, things certainly become a little bit more difficult. But this Ember Spirit just trying to survive at this point. Already has plenty of damage. Looking in towards a Lincoln Sphere.
More
and
avenues
Haunt
to
in
stay alive.
70. It's going to be a much harder Roche for a Newbee to secure this time.
Yeah. Well, and in the meantime, you can try and build into maybe some more of those, like, you know, team fight items. I think that we have seen Visage sometimes become a little bit stronger when you can get to some of the talents, but at the end of the day, it's still a hero that's not meant to go late game in this type of a draft, at least.
Yeah, they would rather have closed things out a little bit sooner.
Mid one.
Spectre Illusions just scouting around here.
Trying to build towards a Manta style also. Does look like it's going to have to be a resummon for SCCC. He's trying to build towards a Hex. I mean, that is one thing to be considered is, you know, until Ember has this Lincoln Sphere, which he actually doesn't have gold for it now, they can get some single target lockdown on him.
So currently they can see the Ember and the Tiny up top. They don't know where the rest of the supporting cast is from Secret. I'm sure Newbee assumed that they're nearby, which would be correct. The only one not there is the Spectre, but it's going to have Haunt in about 5 seconds. So that means Kaka as well as KP will be sent back to defend. Faith too. And okay, Tiny still shows they have to make the dive now before he escapes. They're going to come to the high ground. They're going to see how close he is. They have the blink first.
They have it. They got him. Good play there to find Fata, and if they want to, they can try and save the black hole as well. Mid one is pretty close, but there's no way he wants to jump into this. So
reinforcements will just abandon him.
Find a kill. Roche capable to respawn in 40 seconds. Tiny back up in 65.
Nice couple minutes of play there from Newbee, though.
Yeah.
They move around the map. They have that mid lane pushing all the way in, force a response. They push the bottom lane all the way in, force a response, and then that actually left Fata this time all alone to finally get punished for all of the split pushing.
I mean, that's the thing. Anything is possible in Dota. It's just that the ease of execution for Secret, it's so much greater.
Yep.
And Newbee need to play perfectly from this point forward if they want to secure a win.
Yeah, that XP advantage, it's now gone down a little bit, but it's still about 10k for the Radiant side. Just fighting with better heroes at the moment. As they're on the run, though. Maybe Mugi can hit a big arrow. Certainly had plenty. Of course, he was firing 3 times the ammo at the end of last game.
Puppy. But I don't know if they can get in range of him, though. They do take down that ward now, and, well, without the vision, they decide to back out. The courier just happened to pass over that ward as Puppy was going by it.
45 minutes, or 45 seconds, rather, for the Roche, and Newbee gonna try and deny out a contest from Secret. Very nice. Like, that takes away buyback plays from the Tiny, from the Dark Willow. Not so much the Ember and the Spectre. Well, I guess Ember too, realistically, unless he has a Remnant down.
Okay.
And then the Bane too. So very important to get that Shrine. I thought they'd have a harder time getting this Roche, but as long as they're able to scout it out, they're in a really good position for it.
It's a good timer too. Like, sometimes if it's a longer one, you end up sort of drifting over to the east side of the map.
Well, you got to answer another lane, and in this case, Fata won't have enough time to actually force them there. As long as they scout it, wave goes out now. They should just leave the courier in there at this point.
Oh, it respawned right as the wave dissipated.
Kaka's in.
Okay, here we go.
He's got it. He's like, yo, guys, it's actually here. Would you believe it? And they all instantly turn. Oh, what a quick rush spawn.
Apparently, it's going to be a Roche pickup for Newbee as they are in a good position to take this one.
And all right, I didn't think they'd get this Roche.
Yeah, this does kind of change our assessment of the game a little bit.
Definitely, because if they get the Refresher Shard, which they're about to, I'm not even sure if you can give it to KP, because he is the struggle of the, yeah, he's going to take it, so it's a struggle. It's like, there's the Fiend script,
Wait,
but
he fought it.
Second black hole.
Yeah, exactly. You need somebody to be able to break that Fiend's Grip so you don't just get focused down in the fight.
And he must still have, yeah, it is still a 10-second BKB. He still hasn't used it. This is his first item. Well, I shouldn't say first. He has mech first, but still.
If there is one thing we talk about, it's KP potential to show up big in these games. He's proved that he can do it before. Mugi going to have the Aegis as they pressure out bottom lane first. I mean, do you just try and go like straight down the bottom side of the map? Do you go mid? Where do you think you want to try and take your last push at if you're Newbee?
Well, ideally, you want that little like 2-lane fork approach coming through the mid and down to the bottom. That's the ideal situation. But
oh, they realize that Puppy's here. He just goes for the grip.
Yeah,
He's bringing in the
alone.
bugs though as well. If they can kill off CCC here, this would be huge. He does still have the cheese. Does he decide to
he
pop
popped
it?
it under Spirit Vessel. He lost so much of the healing.
That really hurts. And now Mugi shows up as well. Feared. Well, they pull him back in. They're able to find that kill. That's Spectre dead. KP pops the BKB, thinking about chasing this one. He does have the black hole if he wants to drop it. There it is, right on top of the tiny mid one. Can he break this? No, that's the BKB for KP, keeping him alive.
They've spent so much here already, though. The buyback from KP in mid one, still very threatening. Looks like he will retreat. But they still have a lot of resources left on the Radiant side. All three of these heroes having buybacks. SCCC doesn't have his. They can't go high ground without it. And since the buyback was spent from KP, that's going to put Newbee at a buyback disadvantage that they have no answer to right now because they simply can't go high ground. All right, Newbee, you got to buy these tomes. They just bought the tome. It's $39.50. Well, they just get a double kill there from mid one. Very nicely played.
You check it out. He's got the double sleight of fists.
Yeah, you see Puppy 3 seconds in, he buys that tome. That's support.
It's because they're buying all the other things.
This is like way worse than Midas timings, leaving a tome for 9.5 minutes.
If you wanted to know how to trigger Canadian, now you know. Poor old Trent.
It's brutal, man. Talents are really good, guys. Stats are really good. They're just sitting there.
Waiting for it. Mocking you. Oh, man. I feel like, again, that was like the moment, right?
Yeah.
That was the moment they really needed. And Secret, again, are able to hold out. I think Puppy gripping there, such a great decision.
Oh, this is the replay here on this little kill. It's like, oh, guys, everything's fine. And just destroyed. The Manta coming through, and there goes the Aegis. And mid one just says bye-bye.
Double Sleight of Fist is so good. And particularly against this type of a lineup, too.
Yeah.
Great decision to go for the Battle Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have the Spectre be the one that makes the space.
Yeah. Very good prioritization from Secret in this match. Looking like the Secret a lot of people expected coming into this tournament. And when the game is on the line, the brackets are on the line. They appear to be showing up here, but it's not over yet. Looking for an arrow here. Ace playing by the tree line. Kaka leading it here, has the Force Staff.
Ooh, the haunt! Ace trying to hide.
He's got to be really careful about this. Oh,
He just stayed there. The double bluff.
the next level play.
That's pretty great. Because if you just dagger there, they probably chase down where the dagger would be.
Yep.
But if you haunt and then hide. And this time, mid one still just farming towards his second Daedalus. The physical damage Ember has seen a lot of buffs. And finally getting some play here on the biggest stage in the world. True Strike, 2 Sleight of Fist charges, and the 25 damage.
Oh, how about an Arcane Rune?
Oh, God.
That's going to let you farm pretty fast. And Newbee just not quite able to get to that high ground once more here. Shadow Blade from KP, trying to mix it up a little. Can't afford the Refresher Shard. He's going for the win.
I mean,
wow, that's a bold move.
That's
He's trying
really
to catch
bold
this
move.
Ember on the side. That's their only option. And mid one, he wants to cement this game. He's thinking about that very scary item. I don't know. I don't know if he'll do it.
Mr. Mid one.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'd love to see the Quelling Blade on the Bane as well. Just
Yes,
cut
but
down
also
those trees.
very scary item.
Look at that. It's like the smaller rapier, you know?
Got to get the D wards off.
And the fancy wards. For sure.
All right, mid one, he's going
Is
for
he
it.
actually going to buy it?
Yeah, he's getting the relic. It's pretty much a done deal at this point. Very interesting. It doesn't feel that necessary from
No.
our point of view, at least. But
I mean, maybe he's just feeling like so much that he's just not going to die.
yeah, it's possible.
Double sleight of fists. I mean, everybody thinks about the damage, but it's also sort of the survivability that you get from it too. He does not buy out the rapier and have no buyback.
No, he only bought the relic for the extra damage, which is a good choice.
All right, Shadowblade KP. Is he going to find these heroes up on the high ground? Puppey is there as well as Yapsor. They're going to make their move over and around.
Now, there's no gem on the Radiant, which is very good, but it's also possible they just straight up get one because of the Moonlight Shadow threat.
Yeah.
And especially once they see the Shadow Blade on KP.
They're waiting in the pit. It's still 2 minutes before it's even possible to respawn.
Yeah, just using the vision to hide away.
And the TP's back. They come back home as Newbee continue to farm out around the map. As far as like things you can get into for later stage stuff, like, we have seen the Visage for the Sheep Stick. Any other big items that you can potentially pick up here? Satanic for...
I probably just looked more to the supports on the side of Newbee, like trying to get good swaps off and getting the Winner's Curse. They can control up this Ember Spirit. That's the dream, right? If you can Winner's Curse someone next to him and then follow up with an arrow, that could just be it. You know, he still doesn't have a BKB. So there is a pretty real threat for mid-1 to go down here.
Throws out one Remnant. A Secret, again, going to go for the wraparound.
The disaster moment here is if KP can find his play.
Looking for an opening. CCC.
They're so clumped.
Buyback status. KP does not have it. Fata finds initiation. The swap out. Still fine for the moment. Haunt there revealing absolutely everybody. Maybe going to look for the counterplay, though. The Winter's Curse immediately going to be broken there as well as they try and take down one. It is just Ace alone next to 4 Newbee heroes.
Newbee are running back. Now they have space for KP.
They're trying to look for their opening. Moogie jumps forward as well. He's going to be caught for the moment, though. And KP walking forward with the black hole. Can he get into range? He's going to drop it here just onto Ace, but it might be enough. Mid-1 still looking at everybody, trying to throw out these sleight of fists. Newbee still has everybody alive, and Secret's already lost 2.
Now they're after Fata. Mid-1 just trying to help from the low ground. Thinking about even going to the shop possibly for that rapier.
I mean, that's the double thing already. He's already caught the arrow. Beautifully played from Moogie.
Oh, Mid-1 so bold.
And he just goes down. They kind of went in one by one.
It was so well played by Newbee. The way they just retreated, they didn't commit anything during the hunt. They just kept backing up, using these ores, using the mech, using the pipe, sustaining, holding themselves back, defensively swapping, and focusing down that Bane so that he wasn't going to be a threat for KP.
Well, and Roche capable to respawn. We'll see how long it is. 15 seconds.
Oh, with a DD rune out front.
I don't know if they're going to... I mean, well, if they see it, they're going to go for it. But they're instead just going to run down mid first. Force out some buybacks.
Yeah, you want that Ember buyback, 100%. You do not want to see a Rapier on that guy. They've definitely seen the Relic, and they know they're not doubling up on Radiances.
Tier 3 tower. Getting assaulted. Curse Crown. Send one bird away. There's the buyback from the Ember. Fato went for the toss back, but the BKB is there for Moogie, keeping him alive along with the Cold Embrace. Swap into Fata in some trouble. KP does not have a black hole, but they have the Winter's Curse. They're destroying mid-1. Can they kill him off in time? They have the Sheep Stick on top of everything. He's done. No buyback on mid-1. They buy back on the Tiny instead, and now Newbee is in a great position. They lose one whole set of racks.
They have found their footing.
Kissing.
Yeah. Kaka just got it. That Winter's Curse, so well done. Doesn't need the Blink Daggers. Give him the Force and the Aether Lens.
Oh my god. And Secret trying to salvage this problem situation. They're in a terrible spot. Another Hex comes out and Ace alone going to die. He does have buyback. The Bedlam onto KP. They re-haunt back into this one, trying to take down SCCC, and they will be able to find the Fiend's Grip to take him there. Fata, Ace haunting forward, trying to take down Kaka, and they are going to get him as well.
Oh, Secret, okay, fighting back now. They lost the mid lane of Rax, though. Plenty of damage to their structures, but they're holding bottom. They get some kills. And it does cost them some pretty important buybacks there. Tiny and Spectre now gone, and of course, mid-1s as well.
The big one, though, is, again, these... I mean, the Rax, they're 2 lanes done.
Yeah. Wow, Newbee. I really thought they were in trouble. But Secret weren't able to find those big plays. The Haunt, it seemed like impossible. How does KB have a good fight near that Roche pit when the Haunt's like that? You're able to scout him out, but too much single target focus, I guess. Like, Ace doesn't feel confident enough just haunting it on top of him, but...
Oh, I need to retake a look at this. I mean, There are many moments.
I mean, this is where mid one's dead, and it's like, all right, it's over. Like,
Right.
the kisses are coming out from SCCC, and Moogie's able to back himself away, but come with another big play with the Cursed Crown. I feel like he's just catching them over and over on the side of Newbee. Yaps are doing an excellent job this game, and the buyback now forced out from the Spectre. It does help clean up a lot of these fights, kills, though.
It does show the strength of a late-game Dark Willow, and obviously Fata making plays. They still have a very farmed Spectre. I don't know. It's getting scary. I mean, beyond scary right now.
Yeah, they're getting into real net worth problems. 15K lead is a big deal.
Yeah.
Before it was like 1K, 2K, and they have the XP advantage, but now Moogie, he is itemized to pretty much the max degree here. He has a Wraith, a Ring of Aquila rather, to replace, and that's about it. But Mjolnir, as well as Satanic, and mid one will finally find it. No buyback, so it's time to get yourself the Rapier.
All right. Let's see it. I have not seen that many of the physical Ember builds when you're far behind after the changes to the talent reworks. This was obviously so prominent during the Shanghai Major era and thereabouts, when Ember was in its heyday. Another Ember Spirit on a team secret that we all remember very well.
That's right.
But it's going to be another Roche going into the hands of Newbee.
Yeah, and who is our buybacker on this side? Anybody? I guess maybe Visage they're going to give it to, just because he doesn't have it. No, they'll still give it to Moogie. Still more important. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So Moogie, this time he went for the Moonlight Shadow cooldown. Did not go for the multi-shot arrows. Maybe because they already have 2 lanes, so it's going to be kind of obvious where Secret are forced to play. It's not so much a scouting thing as that they already control the map. They have great vision across the entire thing. Just use this Moonlight Shadow so that you can try and find some sort of a pick-off.
Okay. KP with 3 black holes. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's going to be doing a fairly decent job. A 1 gold surplus for him. All right, now start building back up. But
he might actually just go through all of the charges of his BKB in this next fight. But that's fine.
yeah, I think you'll be okay with that. They don't really have that many options. Only 1 Fiend's Grip.
I mean, again, though, it just gets so scary. And the amount of damage that can come out from a couple of sleight of fist shots with the Rapier, he's dealing, you know, close to 600 damage per hit, not including crits. This is the point in the game where all these summons might actually start to come back to haunt you.
We'll see how clumped up they get and what mid one can find. The vision game just very difficult for the Radiant as all of these gems are out. You can see they've created a perimeter of sentries. And mid one just has to be so cautious.
51 minutes. They know this is coming. They've got single target. They've got AoE.
Trying to bait with the illusion, but it takes too much damage. There's the Rapier.
They've got 4 birds. One of them
stunned.
just dies. The chase forward for more. Haunt out already. The Terrorize, it's coming in. It's going to connect onto 2, but Moogie able to get the BKB. There's the swap away. Still living for the moment is Kaka with the Winter's Curse. So much damage coming out.
Though.
They take down the Venge. No buyback for him. Moogie coming back in a second with that Aegis.
Great start to this fight now for Team Secret. Get the Aegis. They don't burn any of the big ultimates, but they do take care of that Vengeful Spirit. Even with the Aghanim Scepter. Is she out there? Is she dead? Can't even find her. I think she's dead.
The Venge?
Pimp, is she dead? She has eggs. I don't know.
No,
all right, she's dead. She's dead. She's not wandering around somewhere.
Yeah, again, for anybody, the illusion comes back when the Vengeful Spirit dies. But if you kill off the illusion again, then you're actually dead.
Yeah.
52 minutes. And Newbee take down a tier 3 tower. They still have the cheese, but this is showing why this is such a hard game to close out against Team Secret. I mean, do you need to think about just trying to, like, actually take a fight or just keep on barreling your head into the racks?
You get into this situation where you're counting every one of your buybacks and you're trying to play a war of buybacks versus the enemy team. That's pretty much the best case scenario, but they didn't get any in that, did they? No. And so now at this point, I don't think they're going to be able to force anything before the buybacks are back for the Spectre and the Ember Spirit a minute and a half away. However, they are both missing gold before they'll be at that point. A reveal on the bottom lane there, just with the Enigma converting.
Yeah. Visage is not here with them, so I doubt this is looking to be a solid engagement, but Send in those Eidolons. Why not?
Kaka, Heart. Spectre now Heart too. Wow.
Ooh.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Mm.
I'd rather have the Heart on my Spectre, I will say. Although they're about the same net worth.
That's actually crazy.
Kaka pushing us in these lanes, also having 90 GPM doesn't hurt.
Yeah, eat
There's a
your
lot
heart
of
out.
mins in this game. It's 90 GPM talent. All these GPM talents in games like this. Starts to get a little absurd.
The arrow. They took the Moonlight Shadow cooldown for Mookie. And Kaka looking for an opening possibly. Did not go for the night vision, instead the 350 health, so initiation range. Fata maybe looking for a toss back here. They have the Winter's Curse. It's only onto one. The arrow's going to follow it up. It's a good combo. The Black Hole onto 2. KP there. Can they bring him down in time? So much damage coming out from the Rapier. He just dies. And now the Haunt to follow it back up. Faith starting to fall down low as well. He's going to have an illusion when he comes back in a second, but everybody is so
killing
low.
the throne.
Oh my god, he's going to the other side. The Fear. It's down to just 1,000 HP. SCCC trying to make it happen. They have the Black Hole a second time. This is the buyback. Do they actually have the damage to do this, though? The Vengeful Spirit Illusion is not doing enough. They managed to take down the barracks. Great combo. And the Black Hole enough to secure it. Ace holding on, but GG is called. Creating chaos and making magic.
Off to the side there, SCCC. You just see the Bane go down. I was like, who's going to cancel this Black Hole? And then suddenly the throne is dying. His SCCC is making plays for the second game in a row. Newbee out-strategizing, outplaying their opponents. Wow, credit on this draft